All right, YouTubers, I want to share something with you today that might be helpful to you if you're working on your particular vehicle. It's ALLDATAdiy. It's actually owned by AutoZone, and this is not a paid promotion. There are several sites that provide data and information related to your particular vehicle. I'm sure a lot of the mechanics and all make use of these services. Most of them are not free. But they're relatively inexpensive. For example, what you're looking at now is ALLDATAdiy for a 2006 Chevy Silverado, which I have posted many videos about. And this is the source of all the information that you would need on that vehicle. And you can do this for any vehicle. And for me, 1 year subscription on this was with a discount code $50 for a year, which is really inexpensive for what you get. But I just thought I'd show you a little bit about it today as a reference so you'd know where I kind of go to get my information when I'm recording some of the videos or looking up some of the information related to the service of a particular vehicle. So let's just start here. You're looking at the opening screen, and I have selected the particular vehicle of reference here, the Chevy Silverado. And if you look over here, there's 3 columns here: popular information, system components, and information. And while this is not a completely comprehensive guide, I just thought I would show you some of the overview. If you start over here on the left side under popular information and you were to select diagnostic trouble codes, for example, you will see that it lists all the possible B, C, P, U codes. But if you go under, for example, trouble code descriptions here, and you were to list that vehicle, this will actually give you every possible code for that particular vehicle. And in this case, the 06 Chevy Silverado 1500. So it's a quick reference way for you to find every diagnostic trouble code. And in each of these, you see that you can blow them up, open them in a new tab, or zoom or print as a reference and all. And so you would see every code then for every subsequent system. If you look here under the service tables and all, and it gives you the recommendation for many of the services. You can see every service indicator here listed, and it tells you the reference point at 3,000, 6,000, 9,000, 12,000, 15, so forth, for every component in the vehicle, which I find it's a great reference and all. Some of this can also be found in your owner's manual. And if you go to the TSBs, you will see that it has every service bulletin that's been issued for that particular vehicle. So look at the 06, for example, Silverado, how many service bulletins have been issued? Quite a lot. You'd be surprised at how many. So, and you can see the date that they're issued. And each of them will go into detail about that particular service. Now let's go over here and look at diagrams, one of the most useful components for me. Let's look, for example, under mechanical and drive belt, just for a second. I mean, if you need to know, for example, how to route that drive belt, here's your reference and all. So it'll give you all the specific references that you need with diagrams. Look at specifications here. Among other items, it would be a place to go to find all of your torque settings or tolerance levels. No. So for example, let's look under mechanical here. And let's go down here to, I'll just pick one real quick to show you. Let's say wheels and tires. And you can see wheel nuts 140 foot-pounds. So you don't have to guess at what the torque settings are. You can go in and find out the manufacturer specific references for the torque settings and all. All right, so let's move on. Parts and labor, I'm really not going to discuss, but it's a reference point for mechanics and so forth. Tells them, estimates how long it would take to do a particular service, and based on their labor charge that they would charge. I guess you could use it as a reference if you want to know an estimate of how long it would take to do a particular service. Maintenance will provide you very important information if you want to know, for example, all of your OEM part numbers and procedures. So let me show you, for example, let's look under here, say filters, and let's go down to oil filter. And this is all a comprehensive, so you can see, if you were to bring this up, you'd see the OEM part number, so you could reference that. In addition, it shows you that potential labor, the amount of time. But here are the specific procedures then for actually removal and replacement. So it'll walk you through, including torque settings and so forth. So this is sort of a comprehensive view over all of the procedures, including part numbers. Here are all the service bulletins issued related to the oil filter. So it's a comprehensive guide. You can find it all in that one section there. All right, so let's go back. Now if you look here on the right side under system and components, some of this can be duplicative, but it has your entire groupings. So if we were to do, for example, engine cooling, let's say the cooling system, and we went to coolant, and you could see here are your capacities. It tells you your capacities, how much it takes. See, within the engine, fan, cooling system, electric cooling, the total capacity. You can see the fluid types is recommended. And there's the combination. And again, all technical service bulletins. So again, these are specific to the system or components. All right, so let's go back. The third column over here is interesting because under here, application ID, if you look here, you can find all of the RPL codes for your vehicle. So it's very helpful. I like this part because it lists here sort of an A to Z of all of your components, locations. So if you're looking to see a specific component in A through Z order and its location, this will tell you that component and the exact location of that component. The bottom right here, testing and inspection is helpful. Look, for example, on programming and relearning. And let's just pick something like, say, engine oil life reset, for example. And you can see if you go through here, it'll give you the specific procedures for resetting the engine oil life system. Which, we're always running, trying to know how do you reset that. So it's all right here in the same guide. Or say you were to do, one of the videos I did was on a keyless entry transmitter programming here. Well, here is the exact procedure for you to be able to program your transmitter or your fob basically to your vehicle. It walks you through that process. So now, this is not a super comprehensive overview, like I said, but it is a good resource and a reference for any of you out there that's if you're a DIY kind of person and you're wanting to service your vehicles, I would recommend something like this. Now, GM has a site, and there are other places that also offer these similar services. This is one of the most inexpensive ones. It is comprehensive. Like I say, I believe this is owned by AutoZone, and I'm not paid. It's not a paid reference here at all, but just to be helpful for you. Anyway, you may find this helpful and all. So it's ALLDATAdiy, and like I said, I think you can do like a month subscription, a year subscription, or I think a 3-year subscription. Look around for coupons too, because you can save money. All right, thanks for watching.